Hey guys, so I found out I have a 9.75 rear end in the F150, and I am going to change the fluid in it because it's probably never been done. So the first thing I have to do is drop the spare tire. So now with the spare tire out of the way, you can see that I have access to the pumpkin, or the differential cover. Now what you want to do is loosen all your bolts. They're 13mm 6-point bolts. You want to loosen them. Start with the bottom first because you're going to pry the bottom off a little bit so all the fluid drips out. And then you can take the full cover off. And you just want to loosen the bottom bolts to begin with. And you can loosen the top ones as well. This actually does look like it's been changed before because there's RTV sealant coming out. I think it's RTV sealant. So now what you want to do is we're going to take your screwdriver and stick it in between the differential cover here on the bottom and the axle. Maybe. You may need to, I don't know when this was changed, you may need to take your screwdriver and a hammer and just gently tap it in between the seal to break it if you can get it in there. Maybe. Now we'll go as far as removing the bottom bolts. Alright, so now we get all the bottom bolts removed. Let's see if I can get in there now. I may need a smaller screwdriver. There we go. Either that or they just really use some really good RTV sealant. Bigger screwdriver. Got a little bit bigger of a screwdriver here this time. What you're trying to do is break the seal. Which I think I just did. Ew, that is nasty oil. That doesn't look like it's ever been changed. I don't know if differential fluid is supposed to stink, but this stuff stinks really bad. And it's real thick. It looks like a milkshake. Alright, so now we get all the bolts out. Now, the pan should theoretically pop off without anything major in it as far as fluid goes. There we go, pan's off, and there's the rear differential. Oh yeah, and this pan is very rusty, even on the inside. Guess we'll be getting another one. Oh, it's snapped off in the bolt. Oh, that's cool. Alright guys, so this is what is inside of the Ford 9.75 rear end. I don't really know totally how it works, but these are the C-clips that I guess are common to break, and they look like they're all right on mine, but I can't really tell. This actually doesn't look too bad at all. I was actually expecting to see some quite a bit of wear in there with the mileage that's on the rear end, but it could not be the original rear end too, I don't know. I don't know what the guy who had it before me did. But you want to make sure you get in there and clean all that nasty fluid out, because it's really nasty. It's called a ring gear, and these are spider gears, I believe, or planetary gears, one or the other. To my knowledge, it's stock 355s. This is the carrier piece. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to take some acetone or some lacquer thinner and clean up along the edge here and get all the old glue off and all the old dirt. You can see I have a snapped bolt up there, but that was previous owner. That wasn't me who snapped that. So get that all cleaned up. And the pan itself is pretty nasty looking. You can see the rust on the inside of it, so I'm going to have to replace it. So now that I get almost all of the old oil out, I'll use a little lacquer thinner to clean up the edges here and put some new glue on it. Alright, you may also need a scraper tool. Just scrape all the old gook off as best as you can. So this is the back cover here, and you can see there's quite a bit of rust on the inside. So this cover is definitely getting changed. But you want to clean all the crap off of it so you can reseal it. So now you guys can see the gasket area is all nice and clean. So now that I get the pan nice and clean, I'm going to run it, use some acetone to clean up the ring, and then put some glue on it. So now I have the glue on the pan. Now I get the rear differential cover on. Now I have to let the RTV sealant dry. Once it's dry, I can fill it with oil, and I'll show you that in another video because I gotta get going to work. Plus, I want to replace the cover before I fill it with oil anyway.